whatever. Anybody want to do it, let them go to all the houses of assembly. At the same time, I have a sweep on them. I've always advocated the Nigerian spring. It can come in different forms. It can start for the educational sector.
Okay,
so, ASU is not doing enough.
Okay.
Let them organize themselves and organize the students. They are their students. Let them know in one day, one sweep. Let them go siege to all the houses of assembly and stay in government houses and don't allow the governor to pass.
All right. Thank you, sir, for that beautiful contribution.
Because they are very sensitive and it's unfortunate.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you for that beautiful contribution. Only that it was a little bit longer than we expect. There are other people who will want to make their own views. 0815-960-9134, 0815-243-7346. And when you do call in, please go straight to what you have to say so that you can give other people opportunity to make their own worthwhile contribution. 0709-870-1163. That was Reverend Obioha, and he believes that... Hello? Hello? Okay, I lost that one. He believes that the ASU is not militant enough. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, very good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yeah, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Oguego.
And what's your name?
My name is Fidelis. I'm calling from Mr.
I didn't get your name. Vivian. Juliet.
Yes.
Okay, Juliet, go ahead and try to be audible enough so we can get what you're saying.
Yes.
I said try to be audible enough so we can hear what you're saying.
Okay, I can.
Go ahead, go ahead.
What is the program? I'm forgotten.
You don't know what the program is all about?
Yes, I just called now. So
Okay, you're welcome to the People's Court. Just drop your call and listen. You will get the gist.
Okay, I should call later.
Yes, just drop the call and listen to your radio.
Alright.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right. For those of you who are like Juliet, this is the People's Court, and it is a place where you can bring your petition without a dime. The talk lines are still open, and we just brought up the issue. This is the general public petitions on good governance segment, and the issue up for our discussion is why is the indefinite strike by the Academic Staff Union of universities not receiving urgent support from parents, guardians, students, and civil society to bring pressure on government to end the disaster in our higher education? That's what it's all about. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Very good morning to you. What's your name, sir?
I'm Magnus. I'm calling from Odoh.
Magnus, you're welcome.
Okay. So, my take on that is like this. Number one is this. This issue is all about the same apathy that is affecting us in our daily life in Nigeria today. People are not taking participation where they should take them. Parents are not supporting us, not because they don't know what output is fighting for. It's very, very right. It's because they feel that it doesn't concern them, because it does not affect them directly. But they don't know that in fact their children and their children's children will be affected by the same issue.
Okay.
It's still affecting them. That is number one. Number two issue is this. Even the students, this is affecting their life. They are not even supporting us because their leaders, when we call in terms of West unionism, their leaders are being taken by the same politicians. If you look at what is happening in school, the students are very, very intelligent to know what is good for them and what is not good for them. But because those in the leadership, when they go to meetings, when they attend all these things, they settle them with money. You see, they're standing against us. It only convinces students to join them, to stand against us because of what? They are looking at the little money that the politicians are giving us to them. Immediately. But at the long run, all of us will do the suffering. It is time we begin to educate ourselves. Let us know that our future, that we must begin to work for prosperity. That is it. Again, on the part of the Africa, they are not even serious by themselves. If you look at it now, memorandum signed with government by the house. And it's how many years now? House has stepped down. They are not fighting for it. Why have they kept quiet all this year long? It's better to because maybe the leaders of that and leaders of that have been settled by the government. That's what we see. And when we settle them, they start making noise. Until the only reason will come up. And they feel, no, this year has not been said, let us talk about it. We don't even think that when we support them now, then we even carry the fight to the end. Maybe on a using negotiation again, when they go to the negotiation to the government, before those leaders will be settled. And when the government settle them, they will travel on others, they let them. Even if you are trying to raise the issue again, they will flag it, kill it, do everything to pass it. You cannot do anything that before it still remains sheltered. So you just prepare a cycle that we are following. But if we can tell ourselves the truth, and we say us to come up to fight, everybody will join us. That's my thinking. Just like that people are not running over. The believers go to immediate society. When you look at what they are doing, I convey that these people are not support, that they are going to fight till the last. It's not just kindness. So Nigerians are not happy with what is happening, but if we very difficult also, you have to disappoint us as we have been seen. So we must take us down the line. And things should be serious. They are serious in danger. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Magnus, for those beautiful contributions. Don't get the idea wrong. We're not simply apportioning blames. We're simply trying to spot where the problems are. Of course, if you don't know the problem, you can't possibly be able to solve it. The talk line is still open. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, very good morning to you. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm okay, sorry, calling from Montreal.
Yeah, you're welcome, sir.
Alright.
The winner of
I want to say that I'm based on the topic on ground.
Okay.
Our government has succeeded establishing fear in our society.
Okay.
Nobody wants to die. We are talking about protesting against the indefinite strike. You find out if you most times when there is such a strike and students stand up to protest, people die. Some of them die. Police here are supposed to control or police us, you find them shooting on students. So they don't care. So nobody wants his children or his child to go out there and die. So our government has succeeded, like I said, in establishing fear in our society, and the people are afraid of them now. So you don't want them to wake up and go out there to die. So that is why nobody has stand up to protest. And even our parents does not care to ginger the government to deliver the government. So this is what I feel is the problem. I also thank the leaders of Nigeria because one of the winners the other time last week.
But you've not come to collect your radio.
I'm sick. I'm in the hospital. Whenever I'm okay, I will come around.
Okay, thank you. All right, that's Mr. Anwusi Fanyi. He won a radio last week, and for those who don't know, you can actually, at the end of the People's Court, walk away with a beautiful radio set. Well, it's better seen than talked about. All right, 0815-960-9134. 0815, okay, I was told to be slower. 0815-243-7346, and then 0709-870-1163. Any of these lines will lead you straight into the People's Court. And then 0709-875-7854. And in case you just joined us, this is People's Court. We've gotten some views already, and we're talking about why everybody, almost everybody, is apathetic concerning the situation in our higher education. And it's clearly defined as a disaster. It's not receiving the urgent and the unanimous support of parents, guardians, students, and civil society. And, okay, I have a caller on the line. Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
You're sounding like you're still asleep. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm very
Hello, sir. What's the name? Okay, Tony is a Chuku. Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. Where are you calling from? Okay, you're welcome to the People's Court.
Strike has been one too many. They have demonstrated our academic system. Our children are at home every now and then. Every year, the students one strike or the other to give one answer. It is an academic union of university. It has become too problematic to parents, guidance. And there is this government official. Their children are not here in Nigeria too. They don't care so much about after strike. I think what the party should do is to do a demonstration. Not sitting at home, sitting at home, waiting for you and the foreign to get their salaries. They collect their salaries. So they are not disturbed. And while they are at home, they are either writing one book or getting one handout to visit for commercialization. They never go school for academic language. If they are not disturbed, they know that at the end of the month they have to get their salary. So the students are parents are very much affected. You are tired of their attitude. Instead of organized, especially their period. We could organize a mass demonstration. All the academic, both in the academic or non-academic, all of it. Everything is government houses. We could go there and say that we need to house them as well. I think it's very hard.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that beautiful. All right. Okay. There's a movers everywhere, and I hope you know that the program is powered by the Movement of Voice for Democracy, also known as Movers Nigeria. It is a People's Right and Economic Empowerment Association, and their headquarters, their office is at number 1 Oguego Street, off Naked Lake Road by Content Oil and Gas Limited, White House Bus Stop, Transacola, Nigeria. You can visit the office, okay? And any moment from now, the cases will be heard. There are cases, and like the judge says, they are real cases of real people. It's not acted. And if you have something that is bothering you, if it is a general public petition on good governance, you can send it to them. You can send it, wherever you are, you can send it. You can send it to their email address, and I will announce that later. You can send it to them, and they will bring it up here, okay, for their discussion. And then if you have something, somebody is trampling on your right, and for those of you who have the impression it's not just about land, okay, it could be you're dragging over your salary, or someone has defrauded you, whatever it is, you can bring it as long as the case is not already in the court of law, okay. The talk lines are still open, and any moment from 9 we'll be moving away from the general public petition on good governance. The lines are still 0815 960 9134, 0815 243 7346, or 0709 870 1163, and 0709 875 7854. Any moment from now, we'll be away from the general public petition on good governance. Nigeria is not a geographical expanse of land spreading from the north down to the south. Nigeria is the people that live in it. Nigeria changes when we do. You are Nigeria, and so am I. Together we can make Nigeria a place we will all be proud to call our own. Join Movers Nigeria, move Nigeria forward.
Please enter your password.
Yes, you're on the radio now, and we have to deliver. Come down. Follow me.
Get ready to have fun.
The greatest thing since sliced bread.
Said shorty got girls. Point 'em out, let's go.
100.9.
Oh man,
We rock.
All right, it's still the People's Court, and we're about leaving the General Public Petitions and Good Governance segment. Okay, and in case you want to reach them on Facebook, just go to People's Court 247. Okay, and then People's Court at moversnigeria.org is their website, and when you go there, you will get all the information you need to be able to get whatever information you need. All right, the talk lines are still open for your contribution in the General Public Petitions on Good Governance. And for those of you who just joined us, the question for today is, why is the indefinite strike by the Academic Staff Union of universities not receiving urgent support from parents, guardians, students, and civil society to bring pressure on government to end the disaster in our higher education sector? The talk lines are 0815-960-9134 and 0815-243-7346, 0709-870-1163, and then last but not the least, 0709-875-7854. These are the lines to call. All right, any moment from now we'll be out of this place, and you need to know that at the People's Court, the people represents the jury, and what you say is important. I think some of you are still used to the old pattern, which is not having a say. You sure have a say.
Nigeria hasn't always justified the faith of its people. But there comes a time when you are pushed to the wall and there's nowhere to go but up.
If we just decide in our hearts that we want to believe in Nigeria and we want to take steps every day to make this country a better place.
This is our dream, and a new Nigeria is that dream that we so much seek and desire.
The destiny of Nigeria is in our hands. We are the country. The country is us.
We are Nigeria.
We are that turning point generation. We are Nigeria. We are the future.
Right, still the People's Court this beautiful Saturday morning, and right here in the People's Court we've raised this pertinent issue. Why is the indefinite strike by the Academic Staff Union of Universities not receiving urgent support from parents, guardians, students and civil society to bring pressure on government to end the disaster in our higher education? Some have put a little of the blame on the parents, a little on the students themselves, and the bulk of it on those who are agitating. And someone says they are not militant, they are not aggressive enough. Okay, now your own views are needed, and for those of you who are out there, we need you to call in and tell us what you feel about it. Why do you think it has taken a whole lot of time for us to arrest that ugly monster? 0815-960-9134, 0815-243-7346, 0709-870-1163, and 0709-875-7854. The time to call is now, because any moment from now we'll be moving away from this segment. All right, I think I have a caller on this line. Hello? Hello? Okay, I lost him. All right, keep trying the line. 0815-960-9134, 0815-243-7346, and 0709-870-1163. and 0709-875-7854. The lines are open and we need your comments. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, very good morning to you. Please, can you speak up? I can barely hear you.
Okay, I just want to it's like the housing demand is too much.
Oh. All right, please keep trying. Hello? Very good morning to you. Wow, okay. Well, we are moving away from that segment right away, and I want to introduce to you again Mr. Ifeanyi Chukwuokonkwo, the initiator and promoter of Movers Nigeria.
Distinguished citizens, we're now moving into the hearing and arbitration schedule of the People's Court. The first case on the court list is between Mr. Odoh Fidelis as claimant against Mr. Larry Oguego as defendant. In this People's Court arbitration proceedings, the claim of Odoh Fidelis was duly served through NIPO's courier service on Saturday, the 13th day of July 2013, on the defendant, Mr. Larry Oguego. That being the case, that puts this case before the People's Court proper. The facts of the claim of Mr. Fidelis Odoh against Mr. Larry Oguego are as follows. My name is Mr. Odoh Fidelis. I live at number 68A Onwuta Close, Ubene, Ababa, Nike, Enugu. I was employed by Mr. Larry Oguego as a program officer in May 2010 and was given the appointment letter in August 2010. But this appointment letter was terminated in February 24, 2011 against the policy of the organization. He attached 2 documents which we call Annexure 2 and 4. My said appointment was terminated because I declined to work for Prescription Learning Center, PLC in short form, with the same appointment letter from an outfit called HRVC, and I was given 5 days to quit when I did not commit any offense. I wrote series of letters to the organization to pay me my outstanding wage, which I did not get a response to. He also attached to the claim 2 documents showing the correspondence between himself, Mr. Odoh Fidelis, sent to Mr. Larry Oguego, which we marked as Annexure 3 and 4. On January 24, 2012, I wrote a letter to Public Complaints Commission. He attached a copy of that letter as Annexure 5. And I also copied National Human Rights Commission, further sent to Citizens Rights and Mediation Center in Enugu. On February 3rd, 2012, the Public Complaints Commission invited Mr. Larry Oguego in respect to the petition, which he turned down. He annexed that letter of invitation given to Larry Oguego, which we also call Annexure 6. On April 3rd, 2012, he responded to the commission asking them that I should present the breakdown of my claims. He did not attach this document. On May 4th, 2012, the Public Complaints Commission forwarded his letter to me. On 9th of May, 2012, I replied, answered the letter with the breakdown of the money I was claiming. This breakdown was attached, and we call it Annexure 8, Annexure 7. In April 2013, I further wrote a petition to Citizens Rights and Mediation Center, Enugu, Ministry of Justice, to know why Mr. Larry Oguego has not responded to my letters through them on the 11th of April 2013. The citizen right replied inviting me to a meeting on 9th May 2013, but all to no avail. Mr. Larry Oguego turned down the invitation. Mr. Odoh, as the claimant, is claiming as follows: that Mr. Larry Oguego should pay me 35,000 naira he owed me. After we have sent a copy of this claim to the given address of Mr. Larry Oguego, which our courier service confirmed to us that it was delivered and was never returned, Mr. Larry Oguego neglected to use this opportunity as a human rights activist who believes in due process to respond to the claim of Mr. Odoh. That is the case as presented. And I will use the opportunity so that we can be guided for the forum judge, who is privy to the case file and facts presented, to deliver his verdict before we will call on the jury to look at it and see if we will get a proper confirmation of what the People's Court think about this case. The forum judge, sir, deliver your verdict.
Thank you. Fellow citizens, the forum judge speaking. This is the judgment of the forum judge. The defendant, Mr. Larry Oguego, was duly served through NIPO's courier service on Saturday, 13th July 2013. There was no response from the said defendant. Hence, the claimant should be given justice on the basis of his own petition only. The relief of the complainant or the claimant is simple: that the defendant should pay him 35,000 naira, being the claimant's outstanding entitlement while with the defendant. This relief should be granted. Thank you.
Thank you, the forum judge. I now call on the presenter to now call in the jury to write their verdict.
All right, we want to believe that you listened attentively to the case that has been brought up. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Very good morning to you. What's the name, sir?
Reverend Obioha again.
Okay, Reverend Obioha, you're welcome.
Yeah, please, I want to say that Mr. Larry Oguego have been very negligent. I wonder why he says he's a human rights activist. And with all these procedures and what have been read, detailing his actions or relationship or response to Public Service Commission, and even the letter that is sent by courier, even the Minister of Justice. How will he say that he's a human rights activist when he cannot even respond? What does he also expect if his organization begins to advocate for other people? What does he expect? Because the Bible says, whatever you would and men should do to you, do so even to them.
Okay.
It does appear to me that that organization is non-existent. It's just there on paper, on the name. I want to advise a very good friend, Larry Oguego, whom I supposedly know, that he should not only pay the 35,000 naira. The 35,000 naira should be calculated interest from the bank rate of federal government or CBN, should be calculated and taxed. So that he shall add that to 35,000. That guy has passed through some mental torture. And that's the reason why it's very regrettable that Larry should involve himself into this. So he should quickly calculate the money, the interest that is accrued, and add it to 35,000 and go straight and pay that man. Or else his name is being surrounded everywhere now, and it's unfortunate. I think it should be a very responsible person for now. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir, for that beautiful contribution. The people represents the jury, and we want you to pass your verdict. We want to hear your judgment on this issue that has been brought in. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, very good morning to you. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Magnus, calling from Oguego.
All right, Mr. Magnus, you're welcome. Go straight to your verdict.
Okay. My verdict is like this. I think Mr. Oguego, I know him, he's my friend. He don't have any reason at all to put me on. So I think to that case, I know his mother and all, he can do it, he can accept anything to say that guy. I'm not in now. I am a kid, I don't want my thing. If he's hearing us now, if this thing is quite not like him, he's not respected of. He should go ahead with that guy, and whatever is expected that guy to be running here and there, taking him to this and this thing. He should also make sure that at least he cushions the effect of it to that guy. So that's my favorite thing.
All right, thank you for that beautiful contribution. Keep the calls coming. We want your verdict. The people is the jury. 0815 960. Hello. Yes, can you turn down the volume of your radio set? I can hear you. What's the name? Okay, Mr. Nweke, you're welcome back.
Alright, you mentioned that this month we have a book, I think that it could be a very security.
Okay.
And human rights activists, human rights activists. I was surprised because if you can turn down that was up to him, and this man has been taking the civil human rights offices, including public commission or whatever. That really what he preaches, the type that preaches does not do what he preaches. We should be taxed. I think we should also say something on that aspect. It's wrong if we can't see his mind. Then let the people decide. We decide, I support that we should pay something of 45 to 35,000. Add it to 10,000. It's uncalled for.
Okay, thank you. Okay, maybe he's a public, he's how do they put it? Civil rights talker, not practitioner. Okay, he talks it. Okay, keep the calls coming. 0815 960 9134, 0815 243 7346. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Emmanuel. I'm calling from Enugu.
Your name is what?
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel, you're welcome. Yeah. You're welcome to the People's Court.
Thank you.
So what's your verdict?
For me, for some years now, I've been hearing the voice of Okala.
Okay.
Several radio stations speaking about human rights, trying to help people, and I never knew that the man of the caliber can easily employ somebody and also tax him and they refuse to pay his wages. For me, what I'm saying is that he sees that this man says and he doesn't want to show up, you understand? So he has to pay that very man and also pay with interest, you understand? So that's my contribution.
What percentage of interest are you proposing?
30% interest.
Okay, 30% interest.
Yes.
Thank you, Emmanuel, for that beautiful contribution. All right, the people's voice is the voice of God, they say. Okay, keep the calls coming. That's the first case for today, Saturday, the 27th day of July 2010. Okay, I think one of the things we should be able to do in this country is to live by what we say. Okay, I didn't know who Larry Oguego is, but it's like a lot of people know him. Okay, well, he should have responded. Maybe. Okay, 0815 960 9134, 0815 243 7346. We still need your comments. Where are you? If you're listening to the sound of our voice, then we need to hear your own voice on this matter. It is the People's Court, and in the People's Court, it is what you say that counts. At the end of the day, we will pass the final verdict based on the calls that you make at this very point in time.
For a moment, I'd like you to imagine a place where fairness reigns supreme, a place where everyone has access to affordable justice and thus equal before the law, where no sacred bulls can trample on the rights of the common man and get away with it. That place is the People's Court. The People's Court is a radio court aimed at soliciting the timely participation of all in the enthronement and deepening of democracy and the fight against impunity, corruption, and abuse of human rights. Join Movers Nigeria. Move Nigeria forward.
Hello? Yeah, very good morning to you. Welcome to the People's Court.
Emmanuel again.
Okay, Emmanuel again. You're welcome.
Emmanuel.
Yeah, Emmanuel, you're welcome.
Yeah, now that Ogalai has received the call and he failed to pay that very man, what should be the next action?
We want you to decide that.
He has to pay, or he has to pay that very man. He will pay that money.
How much are you saying he should pay? Okay, I lost you there. All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
Very good morning to you. Welcome to the People's Court.
Right. My name is Defendant, the Prince of South Africa. I'm calling from the state. I'm on that to be precise.
What is your name? Take it easy.
My name is Bernard, the Prince of South Africa. I'm calling from the state. I'm on that.
Okay, Bernard, you're welcome.
I'm just saying, and I want you to call back to your place. I don't know the topic of state. Please.
Okay, just drop the call and listen to the radio. I will repeat it so you can get the gist. Okay, for those of you who just joined us and you don't know where we are in the People's Court, we just looked at the first case. And the first case has Mr. Odoh Fidelis as the claimant and Mr. Larry Oguego as the defendant. Okay? And the facts of a claimant is that my name is Mr. Odoh Fidelis, okay, and I was employed by Mr. Larry Oguego as a program officer in May 2010 and was given the appointment letter in August 6, 2010. But this appointment letter was terminated in February 24, 2011 against the policy of the organization. My said appointment was terminated because I declined to work for Prescription Learning Center with the same appointment letter from HRVC, and I was given 5 days to quit when I did not commit any offense. I wrote series of letters to the organization to pay me my outstanding wage, which I didn't get any response to. So that's this man wrote to different places, and they copied Mr. Larry Oguego, who turned down all of the opportunities he had to make amends and reconcile with this man. So he brought it to the People's Court, and in the People's Court, you out there, you on the other side of the radio is the jury. So get the calls coming. 0815-960-9134 or 0815-243-7346. Well, you better do that fast because we are almost done with the first case.
Movers Nigeria has been on the forefront of the social awareness against impunity and disregard for the rule of law. Through their well-thought-out programs, they have been a voice to the helpless and downtrodden. First, it was Street Talk. Now it is the People's Court every Saturday, 9 to 11 a.m. And if that was not enough, every Saturday they give away a radio. Surprised? Oh yes, they do. All you need to qualify is listen and participate. This Saturday could be your lucky day. The People's Court, every Saturday, 9 to 11 a.m., only on Solid 100.9 FM, powered by Movers Nigeria.
Hello? Hello? Yeah, good morning. What? I didn't get your name. Please, can you repeat your name? Okay, Reverend. Okay, go ahead. Sir, can you speak up a little bit so we can hear you? Okay. Okay, sir, so what's your verdict? Yes, I think he's already done that. Okay, sir. Sorry to cut. Sorry to cut. Hello, sir. You are advising him. We said you should judge the case. You are advising him. Just judge the case. What do you think should be done in a situation like this? Not advice, but your judgment. You are the jury.
All right. My judgment is that what company should
okay.
With immediate effect.
With immediate effect, like okay.
And if that company fails to bear, if that company fails to bear, the company should be sanctioned. And the interest paid on that money they have been using, this young man's money.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
They should take this week we are entering. Otherwise, the interest, 10% interest on the very money they have been using. They have to be paying that money without his consent from him.
Okay, sir.
This is my verdict.
All right, thank you, sir, for participating. Okay, they should pay it with immediate effect. Okay, you heard it. Hello? Hello? You're on to the People's Court. Please speak up. Yeah, good morning. What's the name? Please speak up. Okay. All right, Gemma is sounding like she's in kindergarten. Hello? Please turn down the volume of your radio.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, very good morning to you. What's the name and where you're calling from?
Yes, I'm so happy you guys are doing a good job for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your name, sir?
Many greetings to Ivan Yokoko.
Thank
you. Now, all you've said is just...
Please, what's your name, sir?
Hello, I'm Mr. Asomba. Mr. Asomba.
Okay, Mr. Chris Asomba.
From Transekuru.
Okay, you're welcome, sir.
Okay, yeah. Now, you said everything about...
Hello?
Contact with the what you call him, the Oguego man.
It's Oguego, not Oguego.
We didn't get his own version, his own side of the case.
He was served paper, but he neglected the
Then we cannot judge because we don't exactly know what transpired with the employer and the other guy. We must get his own version before we can get a good answer to the case.
Okay, now...
We cannot judge him on his absence.
Okay, now, on 3 occasions, he has been served paper to appear, and he declined. He refused to appear.
We must have to get him because we don't know what is there. We cannot judge yet.
As the forum advocate, we have no powers to go and bundle him and bring him here. All we need to do is to make effort for him to present his own case. This man, as I understand, is a right activist, and he's very well known. He that comes for equity must always wash his hands with soap and water.
Well, we have to try.
Now, from the case file, it's clear that Public Complaints Commission has invited him. Okay, National Human Rights Commission has also invited him, and he declined meeting with these people. So I think this is a case of impunity.
You have to find a way to treat human beings like that because, hey, he's not bigger than all of us.
So what do you suggest?
You have to find another reason.
Hello, sir. Oh, I lost him. The network providers are not in our favor. I think I have another call on the line. Hello? Hello? Okay, Chima, speak up. Speak up. Oh. All right. Okay, still the People's Court. And, okay. We've had the first case, and now we are going to be moving to the second case. Before then, we're going to get the final verdict on this one. Okay. All right, we're moving straight into the second case for today. If you look at your time, it's already 20 minutes past the hour of 10, and I hand over again to Mr. Ifeanyi Okonkwo for the second case.
Distinguished participants, the next case on the list of the People's Court is a claim between Mr. Anwusi Vincent as the claimant against Trust Fund Pensions PLC in Abuja as defendant. In this claim, the People's Court served the defendant duly through night post courier service on Saturday, the 13th day of July 2013. This is the facts as presented by the claimant, Mr. Vincent Anwusi. I live at number 1 Umudiokpai Street in Ababa, Enugu. I was employed as a contract staff of Intercontinental Bank PLC, and on 31st day of January 2012, I was disengaged because of the merger between Intercontinental Bank and Access Bank PLC. After 6 months of my disengagement, I went to trust fund pensions for them to pay me my retirement savings with them. They gave me some documents to fill and the one to collect from my former employer, Intercontinental Bank PLC, which I did by going to Lagos to get the required documents. After submitting the documents to the Trust Fund Pensions PLC, they gave me another which my employer or former employer will sign, which I went back to Lagos to get them to sign same. After getting all the necessary documents, I was hoping they will pay me, but nothing happened. On one of my visits to the office of the Trust Fund Pensions PLC, one of the ladies, no name was given, said I should negotiate with her on behalf of her colleagues on how much I will give them for them to fast-track my payment. And I refused such offer. And she said, okay, that I should wait endlessly for my payment. And it is over a year now, and true to her words, nothing has happened. Mr. Anwusi Vincent, as the claimants, claims as follows: I want Pension Trust Fund to pay me my retirement benefits as soon as possible because I have filled or fulfilled all the necessary requirements. The People's Court diligently made sure that this complaint or petition reached the defendant in Abuja, the Trust Fund Pensions PLC. As is the tradition of impunity in Nigeria, they chose not to respond to the petition. This complaint was never returned, and this is the petition of the claimant before the People's Court. I will now call upon the forum judge who has perused this case and the facts presented to deliver his verdict before we now call in the jury. Mr. Forum Judge, sir.
Thank you, Foreign Advocate. Fellow citizens, I am once again the Foreign Judge. This is my judgment. The defendant, Trust Fund Pension PLC, was duly served through NIPO service on the 13th of July 2013. There was no response from the Trust Fund Pension PLC, and therefore the claimant, Mr. Anwusi Vincent, should be given justice on the basis of his petition or process. The claimant's relief is that the Trust Fund Pension PLC should pay him his retirement benefits as soon as possible. My judgment is that the defendant, Trust Fund Pension PLC, should compute the plaintiff's benefits and pay him immediately. Thank you.
That is the judgment of the forum judge. The presenter, please call in the jury.
All right, it's another opportunity for you to air your views. I already have someone on the line. Hello? Hello?
Good morning.
Yeah, very good morning to you. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, it's Reverend Obio.
Okay, Reverend Obio, you're welcome.
I want to say that from the 13th of July to the 27th, being a federal institution and all the way in Abuja, and considering the normal bureaucracies in Nigeria, I want to plead the advocate and the People's Court judge today to give pension fund, trust fund a little bit of time so that we can still consider this issue. I agree that it's the same usual act of reckless impunity, which people's court and the movers are trying to fight. It is all over. It's corruption. I also want to advise to help the people's courts get to serious adjudication of every of these cases. The claimant should be able and bold enough when such issues happen, get the name of the individual. It did happen to me that some time ago we had similar something with Vaughan when they alleged that some of their workers and all that and so on, they were owing them for 2 years. And when they now said, pay us our money, they now went and took the case to anti-kidnapping, including even when my wife was invited. When my wife was invited, I went straight to that place. And why such a case, people who are being owed should be taken to anti-kidnapping because they came trying to harass everybody. What I did immediately was to making sure the name of the officer at Abakaliki Road, anti-kidnapping, was mentioned. And I wrote a petition to the Commissioner of Police immediately, took it to myself, delivered it, mentioned the name of the person, went to the anti-kidnapping myself, dropped a letter that the woman should be sacked. And somehow, we didn't go down the whole issue. We couldn't harass my wife again. The case ended like that. So trying to get the name of that individual who is asking for bribe before something is done. If we pin it down, we must do something. We must be bold enough to fight this ill, this cancer that is really eroded into the fabrics of our national life. We must be able to do that. So get the name of individuals. But I believe that that's the reason why the trust fund cannot also do something. People to get the name of that individual that ask bribe. And we don't know from there.
Okay. Thank you so much. All right. Hello? Okay, the talk lines are open, 0815-960-9134 or 0815-243-7346 is asking for more time for pension fund. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, good morning. What's the name?
My name is Magnus Oguego.
Okay, sir.
There is no giving this up for the pension fund any other time. Because assuming that the movers Nigeria rate they want all their staff to participate to their duty, they will reply that data. So this issue of giving the time is just encouraging them to fight like that.
Okay.
Imagine somebody in that place, he's no patient. If he's right, that even without informing that they should know that this guy has retired, it's not even a kind of engagement. Let's do what he's taking. How is he living his life now? He's dead. When he's giving them time, they should pay the guy immediately. Even if this guy was working and just retired, you can see you can delay because he's not assistant. But this one is just engagement, unexpected. He should go to university and after he leaves, you have not paid anything up to now, and you are going to give them additional time. I don't think there is any need of giving them time. Even if they can make it to be on Monday, let them do so. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. The guy needed the money like last year. Okay, and it's this engagement. Okay, he should be paid. Okay, the talk lines are still open. Hello. Very good morning to you. Yeah, what's the name, sir?
Good morning.
Good morning.
You're
welcome back.
Alright. I think we can't continue this way. We cannot continue letting go. We have been letting go. That is why things have been putting as an everywhere in Nigeria.
Okay.
In my when I was still at university, I was supposed to be paid my IPF. I wasn't paid. I registered, I did everything they asked me to do. I will be coming back, meeting them, feeling from doing everything they asked us to do from time to time, from even when I left in this, I still went back to the school that I was supposed to cover. I went to that place, all the things I still didn't correct them, not CTP. So things like that are happening in India. There are people, this man needs his money. He should be paid by the pension PLC. It should be paid, even paid some president before the president won. What is due should be paid to only your people record. So yesterday, the NAFDAC had a program on radio, and a specialist from India was invited. He was saying that in their clinic, they are doing like a drug, and so that they were getting on radio. The factory will be shut down, and there's no mercy on it. Until you see the people are saying to do the same drug. They do not the one that nobody's going to get them arrested. Even though when you try to do that, you find out that people are afraid. So we can't stand up until we start doing what is right. And law is to respect nobody, and so that people will wake up. I don't know. Thank you. That's my baby.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. All right. Hello? Hello? Okay, you're welcome, sir.
You know, I want to advise ICPC and PAC to investigate every man this complainant mentioned. Investigate her. This is a sign of the lawlessness we have been experiencing in this country. I don't know why people should commit crime and they don't know it. What that company, Immigration Trust Fund or whatever they answer, they have been using people's money, innocent people's money, to do their private businesses. They take this money and be giving them as low as they get in interest. Like I said earlier, they should not only pay this money, they should also add interest, because they have been using this money for themselves. And the EFCC and the ICPC should put it. I believe it's not only this young man that is involved in this program. Yeah, there must be other people that have fallen in compliance. But if the ICPC doing, they should openly investigate the company and the same woman.
Okay.
Who wanted to negotiate with an innocent person who has worked, who deserves his day. And the woman should be arrested.
Okay.
This is my submission. And they should pay this young man for to be community right. Let me repeat it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right. We have one from the SMS box, and it says, okay, it's anonymous. I suggest they pay because the money belongs to the man, because it was collected from his salary. It's not like the man is begging them to pay him what does not belong to him. He worked for it, and the man perhaps is encountering a lot of financial difficulties, and someone is holding his money. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, very good morning to you. What's the name?
His name is coming back again. I don't know, I remember. You see, it's good we make Nigerians know that most of these pension funds are not effective. As Nigerians are listening to this media now, which I know grateful, let them know which pension funds they are going to subscribe. Because as Nigeria has written now, we don't know many other Nigerians who are suffering in their house, just like that. So we should know that this cross pension fund or whatever they are not effective, they are not efficient. So many other Nigerians will run out from there.
Okay, thank you for that notification. It's still the People's Court this beautiful Saturday, and we're waiting for your comments. You are the jury, and you need to say something. Gone are the days when we seal our mouth, like one caller says, fear has been driven into our hearts, but we're letting go of the fear. But Mali says, emancipate yourself from mental slavery, for none but ourselves can free our mind. Hello? Of your radio.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, my name is Phil.
Your name is what?
Phil.
Okay, Philip from Enugu, go ahead.
Okay, my opinion is that my judgment.
Yeah, we need your judgment.
that the pension fund should not just compete with money and pay, but should have been an interest.
Okay.
Yes, because there has been they were delayed the maintenance of the fund, and if you have got his money as well as you should have, of course you have invested it.
Okay.
And the pension fund, I understand, is a form of investment.
Okay.
So it is just not appropriate that they pay him and they pay some interest. It should be a kind of start.
Okay.
For the unnecessary delay.
Thank you for that beautiful contribution.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Okay. They should pay with interest, because if the man collected his money a year ago, he will have invested it and will have gotten an interest. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, what's the name?
Precious.
Okay, Precious from Oguego. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Okay,
I want
so
to say something. I think that lady that asked for the education should be so responsible.
okay.
Just don't be surprised that the pension fund have approved the high entitlement.
Okay.
And because some group of them, they want the guy to grease their farm, and they are standing on his entitlement.
Okay.
It's corruption and humiliation at the highest level. You should please try and pay the guy.
Okay, the lady should be singled out.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, because it is possible that trust
It's
fund
they have
pension.
approved the entitlement, and they were like, they want to get something from the guy.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that beautiful contribution. That's another side to the whole issue. It is possible it's been approved, but they just want to do the way some Nigerians do it. Get something from him before they release what belongs to him. All right, 0815-960-9134 or 0815-243-7346. Any moment from now, we'll be done with this, and then we will move on. Okay, there are other things to do. We will still get the final verdict on all of this, and I'd like you to call if you have to call, because any moment from now, I'll hand over back to Mr. Ifani to continue the proceedings of the People's Court this beautiful Saturday. All right, it's still the People's Court, and right about now, there's one last thing we're going to do before we get the final verdict. Okay, welcome back. It's still the People's Court. Okay, there's a tort case, and I'll hand over to Mr. Ifani to do justice to that.
Distinguished citizens, the last case on the court list for today. The case is the case of Mr. Abia Golden Oluchukwu, Claimant, against Mr. Chijoke Neji, alias Magic Movies, defendant. This claim was brought by Mr. Abia Golden Oluchukwu. Abia Golden Oluchukwu is the managing director of principal consultant of Digi Gold Technical Services Limited with head office at number 37B Kenyatta Road, Okonano, Enugu. He brought the petition against Mr. Chijoke Nnaji, and he gave Neji, and he gave the address of Mr. Chijoke Neji, alias Magic Movies, in Lagos. The People's Court Registry took steps and sent this petition by courier to the said defendant, Mr. Chijoke Neji. Unfortunately, this petition could not be delivered because wrong address was given by Mr. Oluchukwu to the registry. We regret that we could not deliver this claim, and we contacted the claimant, who apologized and has now sought another address for the defendant. Pursuant to the provisions of the law that you cannot judge a man without hearing from him, as the forum advocate, this claim is now withdrawn back to the registry for proper service and is not going to be heard today. We apologize that due to not giving us the proper address of the claimant, we cannot deny his right to be heard. The forum judge, sir, this matter is now withdrawn from the court list, and we will now come back to the presenter so that he can now do justice to the next item on the issue before we now look at the messages from the People's Court and then the judgment, and we announce the winner of the radio for today.
All right. Now we will give you an opportunity to make a call right now. If you've been listening from beginning up till now, you will have something burning in your heart. That may be a social issue, and we want to give you an opportunity to make a call. This call will help us know some of the things that we need to raise in subsequent editions of this program. So feel free to call 0815-960-9134, 0815-243-7346. We'll just give 2 or 3 people an opportunity to air their views. Hello?
Hello?
A very good morning to you. Yeah, what's the name?
Magnus, sir.
Okay, Mr. Magnus, you're welcome back.
Yeah, what is the problem with
Go ahead.
issue of this politician? When you look at them, most of them are not going to be politics.
Okay.
And when they get into politics, for the issue that they pass salary more than for who are in this school suffering. So I believe that we need to tackle this issue. If you do a petition, most of the petition before we receive what is due for us. Then, people that don't politicians can receive such amount of money. Why should they shouldn't profit for at least they see something to play with? I think most of them will ask to do that progress to get us to whatever I know to give any post fat salary. We should consider that and know how the judge should for tackle that.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Magnus. All right. Quickly, we're going to look at some of the mails. And once with people sending mails, we want to look at the mails and then we can get the final verdict. Okay, over to you.
Okay. The first mail is from Mrs. Nneka Ogu. The woman, her case was treated last week.
Okay.
He said, People's Court, I'm Mrs. Nneka Ogu. The woman you treated her case last week.
Of the baby living with someone?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to thank you so much because on Tuesday, Mr. Oguego came to our yard and apologized for what her wife did and gave me the sum of 5,000 naira.
Okay, that's beautiful.
God bless you people. The second one is from Nneka Eze. She said, what happens if the defendant refused to reply my case and the judgment given was still against him and he refused to comply? Please, what will be the next step?
As the forum judge has read in his opening statement, we have no power to detain or execute our judgment. But this is the judgment of the people. Is in the public domain. The most the people court will do is that we will always put this judgment in writing, maintaining our files in our office, and put it in the net for the world to see. It becomes a permanent record. Nigerians must take back their rights. We are only telling people that this is an opportunity for you also to reconcile with whoever that is making claim against you. Or you settle him. We want to arrest impunity in this country.
Okay, this one is from Okechukwu in Obiago. He said, my co-tenant is frustrating my family. Do I bring them to people's courts?
Straight away. That is one way of getting them to now remember that a good neighbor is as close as a good brother. We want to reconcile you. Bring them to the people's court and let the people know what the complaints are. But please remember, this is another opportunity for you to show good neighborliness and don't come for mudslinging or to tell lies against your neighbor. We all claim that we are Christians, but first of all, we are Igbos or we are citizens of Nigeria. We have culture from where we come from.
This one is from Emeka. He's in GRA. He said, do you people accept voluntary workers?
Yes, we are looking for people like you, Emeka. We need to find a way to improve our community. Everything is not privatization and commercialization. We now need to put smile on people's face, particularly helping the elderly and those who are in need.
This one is from Susan in GRA. Said, apart from this radio court program, what other thing do you people do?
The things we do is that we encourage friendship, we encourage people to work together. We also give voluntary service to people. We also help communities to clean up their environment, plant trees, plant flowers, go to schools, and help our children to revive our culture of cleanliness and good behavior, to restore morals in our community and respect the elderly, and also learn to speak the truth and stand for our rights, no matter who is the person that has now violated our rights. We can help you to restore dignity of man.
This final one is from Amechi in Transekuli. Said, Mr. Okonkwo, God bless you so much in this work you're doing.
I need the blessing, but we all need it too. Thank you, and God will bless you as you bless others.
All right, those are the mails coming in from different people asking different questions. I'm particularly happy for the woman, that got justice. Last week her case was brought, and in case you think this is all a joke, well, you got it mistaken. We are getting justice at the speed of light, okay? And imagine the woman, if she didn't bring in this case, by now she will still be asking for 3,500 naira. And we also want to thank the husband of the woman for listening in.
Mr. Odoh.
Mr. Odoh, for listening in and not just giving 3,000,
now giving
5,000. I think he deserves a round of applause. Okay, because he has corrected the wrong. All right, I want to welcome Mr. Ifeanyi once again to do the next thing on our list.
Finally, the judgment in the People's Court today will be presented after the introduction by the forum advocate so that the final judgment will be given. The final judgment in the general petition is that 5 people that called are all in support of the judgment given by the forum judge. And we need a situation where we also have to assist ASU. ASU need to get their act together and make their students, who are their primary constituency, to believe in them. And also make the stakeholders, the parents and guardians and the society at large, by the civil society, to understand that the greatest asset we have as a people, a community, is our educational institution. It is not for us only to be fighting to fix the decaying conditions we have in our education institution. We, parents and students, must also partner with them so that we will use all available means we have lawfully to make sure that our representatives and those in government will learn to keep and abide by agreement. That was the verdict of the forum judge, and the entire participants in the forum agreed with him. More so in case number 1, the jury have said that our common friend and human rights activist, Mr. Larry Oguego, has a very terrible case. His reputation is on the line, and he must make urgent repair in his character so that he will go and pay the claimant who brought him to the People's Court, that is Mr. Odoh Fidelis, his money, before the entire community will now know him that he is not a man to be trusted. That is the general judgment in that case. In the second case, involving the Trust Fund Pension PLC, the forum judge and the jury agreed without any dissenting voice that the trust fund should pay. And we would say further that the agencies of the ICPC and EFCC should investigate the fraudulent activities of these pension managers and make sure that we will restore hope to the people. There's so much impunity in the land, and the people must rise. Otherwise, people will no longer have faith in the institutions. The general judgment in that matter is that they should pay them with interest. And I am calling on Mr. Anwusi to please come back and give us the name of the woman who has threatened or who has intimidated you and asked you that you should arrange to give them bribe. The entire jury wants to know the name of the woman so that a proper sanction or petition should be brought against us so we can flush such criminals out of our system. That is the general perspective of the people's verdict in today's hearing. And as soon as the presenter allows us, we will now call the name of the winner of the radio for this session of the People's Court.
All right, that's the people's verdict. And any moment from now, you will get to know who won the radio. One radio was up. Somebody has already taken it. It's just that the person doesn't know himself yet. So, Mr. Ifan, you can go ahead to let us know who won the radio today.
As the advocate of the People's Court, in this episode of the People's Court, I am humbled to announce the winner in the active participation by the jury. The radio goes to Mr. Magnus Okweme of Iwolo. Mr. Magnus Okweme, you are the proud winner of our electronic radio, and I have now so decreed. Now rise.
All right. All right, thank you for being part of the People's Court today. Don't forget that the People's Court comes to you every Saturday, 9 to 11 a.m. If you enjoyed it today, let's do it again next week.
For a moment, I'd like you to imagine a place where fairness reigns supreme, a place where everyone has access to affordable justice and thus equal before the law, where no sacred bulls can trample on the rights of the common man and get away with it. That place is the People's Court. The People's Court is a radio court aimed at soliciting the timely participation of all in the enthronement and deepening of democracy and the fight against impunity, corruption, and abuse of human rights. Join Movers Nigeria. Move Nigeria forward.